The current political situation in Bangladesh is evolving due to multiple factors. We understand the revolution took place in July last year. The impact of its revolution not ending yet. And we see the impact of the fascist government who ruled undemocratically, autocratically ruled the country over the decades, more than decades. And many people were employed by the fascist regime, not based on merit, of course, based on loyalty, which is very common all over the world. The fascist regime anywhere in the world, they always look for who is unconditional loyal to them. Exactly the same thing happened in Bangladesh. Young generation, I think they demonstrated the highest level of passions. Normally what happens after the revolution in Syria, Assad regime fled to the country, and once the revolutionary people took power, they just brought all the responsible people under justice, and within a month they were persecuted. This is exactly the nature of revolutionary government. Unfortunately, the revolution was there in Bangladesh in July, but the formation of government was not shaped the way was supposed to be done by a revolutionary movement. So that was the failure. The government was formed by many of retired people, and some of them have really limited capacity and lack of confidence. But one thing is common, all the advisors, pretty much we haven't had any corruption against any one of them with evidence. This is good thing, and the level of political commitment we expected after the revolution, in many cases it's gone down. The major political party, they are giving their political opinion and demanding for a quick election, and they are also trying to bring back the fascist political party by the name of democracy, by the name of participation. But this is very important all over the world. What we have seen, that any fascist party, they have to go through the legal process first, and then the legal process will determine, and also the people of the country will determine whether they have right to do politics or not. Because it's important why politicians are doing politics. For whom? They are doing politics because of the people. And if the politicians do not understand the motive of people, they have no right to do politics in country. So that should be the bottom line. The people of Bangladesh will decide who should do politics in Bangladesh in future or not. At the same time, we also equally respect Gen Z and the young generation who were in the front line and led the movement and executed exactly what was needed. The rest of political parties, they couldn't do it for the last 16 years because they didn't have that much dedication, political commitment. The reason behind the way they spoke just immediate after the revolution, days are moving on, their language is changing. it's very important, like we are located geographically in a position where some of big nations, they have influence and interest on us, and they will try to influence us to make us unconditional loyal to them. And we need to have a strong foreign policy, and that kind of foreign policy we barely expect from the existing political arrangement what we have. Either way around, they will try to manipulate and establish relationship with vested group of people in country and out of country. The young generation, the way they are looking forward to have the Bangladesh, for the people of Bangladesh, is based on justice, based on human rights, based on equal rights, based on accountability, good governance. And those are basically the key challenges for all the political parties in our country. They do not have democracy within their parties, but they always talk about democracy. They want to establish democracy, and their personal profile is not very transparent. Their sources of income not very clear. Many of politicians in Bangladesh, politics is their main profession. How come a person have politics as a profession, earning money, building, nice houses, buying very expensive luxury vehicles? How come? How is it possible? Who is financing? Everyone is giving gift. Based on what? So that is really an area, young generation, to look at it, that how can they establish alternative political arrangement in Bangladesh, not based on corruption, based on faith, trust, love, and participation of the people. That is what we are looking forward to see the politics in Bangladesh. We don't want to see the politics is a kind of business owned by a group of family members. We want politics to be owned by the people of Bangladesh. So that is the main objective and should be the main objectives for us. Individuals should not take law and order situation at their own hands, and should help law and order forces to do their jobs. At the same time, if we find failure of respecting duties from the law and order forces, definitely people should protest, and people should ensure their demand is being fulfilled by the agencies who are run by the tax money, who are salaried by the tax money. So this is how we need to look at Bangladesh in future. And the chaos, civil society organizations, they were totally corrupt and demolished over the last couple of decades. And now they have started very nice talk, but actually they are not nice. We need to define the civil society organization. We need to define the civil society people. Who are the civil society people? Now kind of civil society people are being treated as a kind of, it's a slang like of civil society. Civil society is a slang now. We need to convert this one. Distinguished citizens, civil society people. So those are slangs because they have barely contributed to the positive changes in our country. They have somehow connection with vested political people, and also in some cases have relations with neighboring country and working against the people of Bangladesh. So we have to be very careful. Bangladesh people should be very careful and observe all the situation, and should raise voice if there is any ought. Thank you.